You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Yeah, it's a new year. Hello, massive and crew. It's a new year. Oh, no, don't be today's the 8th. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Welcome to the first show Reasoning Thursday of this year. If it's your first time joining us, I want to say welcome again and a welcome and again and a go to each and every one. Man, blessings to you. I'm hoping that you all had a wonderful year so far. Hoping that if you made resolutions that you all are going to do goes to you because I didn't do what I done. All right. I say big thanks we have to our radio. Blessings upon blessings to YouTube's radio and the entire massive crew over there. DJ, Smiles, and we want to say big shout to the queen himself, Rastugo. And man, I'm telling you, we are here to fight. Big shout to the entire YouTube crew. Want to say big shouts also go out to Victoria's 89.1 FM family and crew. Want to say big massive shouts out to you as well. If you lost a loved one, we want to send our prayers and prayers and hugs of comfort. And if you had a birth, we want to say congratulations. If you got married, we want to say congratulations to you as well. Have some type of accomplishment. I want to say congratulations to us. Love you all and thank you all for joining us for 2026. Right? It's hot. Lots of hot topics. If you're joining us via our telephone lines at 679-309036, welcome. Our website, www.dapowerhouseradio.com. We want to say welcome to you. If you're joining us via our YouTube or Facebook or whatever social media, we want to say welcome once again. Go out to each and every one of you. We want to send our prayers go over to the YouTube's family and crew over there. We want to say big shouts to Michelle and our family. We want to say I would send out prayers of comfort, condolences over to the family. And man, I'm telling you, so much. I want to say get well soon over there at the YouTube family. I'm here looking. I I wrote down and we can try and figure it out.
Lady, there's something going on with the tuning. I can't. You can barely hear you, and it's distorted.
Okay, am I better? Am I better
Yeah,
right
much
now?
better. Much
Much
better.
better. Okay,
Hmm.
I had my voice thing. It appears that my voice thing was turned down all the way down. Okay, so as soon as you said it, I looked and I saw it. So thank you for that. Thank you for that, Queen. So for
You're
those
welcome.
who didn't hear me before, welcome. Let's gripe. Big up yourself. A wonderful show last night. Let's gripe.
Yes,
Big up
yes.
yourself. They say good evening to the powerhouse. Greetings to you. Make sure that you check out Let's Gripe each and every Wednesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Tonya, um, Dr. Ross. You have the whole Massive and crew over there as well on Let's Gripe. So check them out. You got McKenna and yeah, so check them out. Check them out. Check them out each and every Wednesdays. All right. Big bad show last night. Love it to the maximum.
Mhm.
Yeah. And go ahead. Queen, you want to say hello to the masses?
Hey everyone, welcome, welcome to Reasoning Thursday. Happy that you can tune in with us again. Um, we have quite a bit of topics to discuss. So I just want to say welcome, welcome.
The respecter.
Well, man, tell us that all I want to post on the reasoning Thursday. I don't see how I now get one third of that.
I
Me
don't
say,
see it.
me
I
say,
don't see it.
me say, Jai. I was surprised to see Jai I post so much.
Jai Oh my gosh, man! I just want to say big shouts. Thank you, the king himself, Rastugo. Thanks for texting me, DJ
Correct.
Sean. I was searching. I'm like, I wrote the name, and I'm like, Jesus, I hate to come on and do. DJ Sean Vega. We just definitely have you in our prayers, and wishing you a speedy recovery. Know that the Powerhouse Radio Reasoning Thursday have you in our prayers. All righty, young man. We know that you're gonna be good and fine. And we just encourage each and everyone to just take care of themselves. Go and get your checkups and all of that, all of those things. So once again, you are definitely in our prayers, and we know that you would definitely come around and be back on the air once again, because your family, your friends, your colleagues, the radio, all of us, we're cheering you on, and you know that we definitely need you on the air. So blessings upon blessings to the entire YouTube's family. Good evening, Elaine. So wavy. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Don Minot. Greetings to
Yeah.
you. Don says good evening, panel.
Good evening,
Big up,
Don.
Dan.
Good evening.
And Michelle,
DJ
what's going on
MC.
with you, MC?
Hi, Lady D, Queenie, and the respected
Hey,
Massive
Michelle.
and crew, right?
Man, I'm telling you, over here on Reasoning Thursday, we sending our most deepest condolences go out to you. Um, uh,
Yes,
we thank
thank
you
you.
for joining us as well. You
Mhm.
know, we can definitely over here say that we know what you're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a whopper to lose two back and back. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So you all are definitely in our prayers. MC lost two family members one day after each other. So her uncle and her
aunt.
aunt-in-law. So
Wow.
we definitely have you and the entire family in our prayers on this end. Man, I'm telling you, 2026 coming like it start out rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts out rough, but
Hmm.
it's gonna get easy. It's gonna get easy and better. So, for you and your family, once again, our prayers go out to you. So just keep the entire radio fraternity listeners in your prayers. Okay, keep you choose, keep the powerhouse. Keep us all in your prayers. All right. All right. Blessings upon blessings. Man, we have a whole host. Jai's going to be joining us a little late. Noni's going to be joining us a little late. But let me tell you something. Yo, we have things to reason on. Well, we definitely have Venezuela in the mix. If we didn't have Venezuela in the mix, we wouldn't be the reason in Thursday. Reason Thursday, we don't have it in the mix. All right, man. We have so much in the mix. National security. We have gosh. Let's. How about we just dive into it? We have Jamaica. We have black mayors being locked out of their offices. We have homeland security and impeachment process. We have World War III. What is going on? We we have a joint statements being made. Man, we have bombings all over the place. We have too much, too much, too much, too much.
Ice acting crazy.
Ice we have in the mix. So I
Mhm.
mean, like, yeah, let's just dive in there. We're just gonna dive in, and we're not holding no bars. In the 9 o'clock hour, we're gonna take a quick station break. We're gonna make it a point on every half an hour or so. We're gonna take a quick station break. All right, that's our new model 2026. We're here coming in strong and deep. You all know the number. Y'all know the number. Do y'all know the number? I think I know the number. The number is 706-707-8952. Alrighty, that's to get us in the studio. Queen, you want to kick it off, or MC, you want to kick it off? The Respecter, you want to kick it off? Who want to kick it off?
Let's kick it off.
Go ahead. Somebody kick it off.
He said, "Let's kick it off."
Oh, man, we can have fun.
I said I was so down this whole week. I said I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna come on here and joke.
Yeah.
Because the whole world is in a madness, man. A pure
Madness is
madness. Me, have to,
crazy.
It
me get rid of TikTok because I'm so sick and tired of everything me and see, and let me say, boy, me reactivate it again. But you know, I like to you, man, headache. We see all the evil that man,
Mm-hmm.
woman, I do to look up pitney.
Yeah.
The woman, you can't look on a woman in a car and just load her up. It got
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, man, it's sick me up my stomach.
It's
Yes.
it's
But
it's a
anyway,
lot.
So
I
I guess
It's
don't,
a lot.
I guess we
I
can
don't,
about ice. Go
I
ahead.
don't remember. No, no, no. I want to start with the little girl, 6 year old girl. I'm trying to remember the state, but it was in the heart of winter, snow up to your knee, and the mother dressed the little girl and pushed her out the door for go to school without shoes on her foot. And
What?
guess what happened that a young man saw her and he wanted to pick her up in his truck and take her to school. But he
I
realized
saw
that,
that, but I didn't
yeah,
know. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know she didn't have shoes on. Yeah.
he realized that if he touch her or try to help her by driving her, he could be accused of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he just walked with her like a distance behind her. But
Mhm.
like many been saying, a lot of people don't deserve to be mothers or fathers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
she ended up getting locked up, but locked up ain't enough. She needs something deeper than that. But that's very
Yeah.
disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
I'm
is.
sad. I'm sad for the young kids in this world who are going through
Yeah, you're
all the
right.
bombing and the shooting and police at Jamaica look on babe. Gee, it's sad, man. It's sad. Babies getting gunned down. Babies.
Yeah, yeah, the
So
little one that was shot, 3-year-old one that was shot out there in Jamaica
let me
by the
ask you all
police.
something. Let me ask you all something. So you feel that it's it's time. It's the time.
The time was every time the world get destroyed
But
and start again.
Huh?
they need better. They need better. They need accountability for these people who are committing these crimes and these injustices.
No,
The
when I
mother the
time,
mother that the mother that did that, she needs to be prosecuted to the full extent. because you're supposed to be aware when your child leaves the house. And 6 year old, something is wrong. You know what I mean? Because a 6 year old child should know if he have shoes on or not. So evidently something is lacking in that
You
household.
didn't hear me, Queen. I said she put her out, knowing that
Oh,
she
she
did not
put
do
her out.
nothing.
Put her out.
Oh,
Yes.
but
I didn't know she put her out.
my question, um, we definitely know that the parents and all of them need to be strung up and all of those
Yeah.
things. But a lot of the stories that was submitted and a lot of things that I've been reading, and when you look inside of the comments and stuff like that, everyone's saying that it's time, it's the it's the end of the world, God is coming, and all of these things with the war and the madness of the people. So my question to you all was, do you all think this? Do you all see like this is the time?
Those people are idiots who keep saying that. Them are idiot. Because mankind still upon God, 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 like God is pleased with what's going on in this world. And
Well,
if God,
that's why they would say that God is coming for His word
God,
because
no, but why would, if God had all the power, why would God allow man to do these things that the man keep
uh,
doing? Think
uh,
about it.
You see, the thing is, it's we're in a time when people don't care like they used to. There is no empathy in this world. No
People
one
never
cares
care,
about
Queen.
each
I'm gonna
other. They
argue
don't
with you
care
on that.
about each
Yeah,
other.
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
argue with you on that.
That's
People
true.
don't
People
care.
don't
From
have empathy.
long, long time, people don't care.
Don't care about each other, don't care about human being. I
Yeah.
was talking to someone earlier, and like she was saying, sitting here, she was saying to me that these people care more about the dogs and protecting the dogs than they do caring for the children and other people. You know what I mean?
You better
um
believe that.
they spend so much money on these dogs, and till they end up having one of those, one that's acting live. I don't know if you heard about that one, acting live. But they care so much about these dogs in these countries, and they're not putting enough emphasis on these children and their needs and their wants. Okay, people just don't care about each other anymore. It's just about, oh, am I okay? Even the one in Jamaica, those cops, those police officers, they had no empathy. And if you read or listened to the whole story, there is no empathy. There was no empathy. Only two police officers that showed some type of empathy after the child was shot, where they immediately jumped in and went back and wanted to help the family. But majority of them, they did not try to help that child or the family after the child was shot. I mean, no empathy, no care. And you are a officer being paid by our tax money. You know what I mean?
I
But
think this
yeah,
time
it's
no one
not.
has. I think it's becoming a norm where no one has empathy. I mean,
Mm,
it's all around the world. It's going on in every facet, every facet of life. Everything that you look at, it's people is just crazy. Is it something in our food that are making us just emotionless?
So, yeah.
But
So, jumping on what you're saying, and
mhm.
also continuing what Queenie's saying, I would say it also starts in the schools because there was a time when children were in early childhood, like pre-K and kindergarten, where they would take time to socialize and get to know each other, you know?
mhm,
And it's happening, but not like how it used to back in the days. And that's a very important part of education for children. So that's where you learn your empathy, you learn how to care for others, how to work with others. But right now, all school is just pushing work. They even get
mhm.
tested in kindergarten. They're getting tests and just pushing work, pushing. At least in America and United States, and this is what's happening. So when you used to have the time for children to socialize and get to know each other, interact, now it's about they have some time to interact, but you got to do the work. Come on, finish the work. Or you have this amount of time to do this work. Okay, here's the testing. How far did you go? So it's more about academics than about the whole child.
I
When
don't, I don't think, I don't think Lady D is talking. Are we on that same page? It's not the kids are not the problem. It's the parents,
no, you're not
the
listening.
grown-ups, the
No, no,
grown-ups.
no,
Well,
but
it's one
listen.
of that's definitely
This,
teaching the
but no, listen.
all right.
This did not start this year or last year or 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The system has changed. I guess I would say maybe in the last 20 years. So those people who were children are now adults, and it could have
Yeah.
been even longer than that. So you know what I mean? Where you were this lack of socialization, and that's where you learn empathy. So now all this character education is not strongly taught in early childhood. It's just about doing your work, doing your work. So now you're more
Yeah.
isolated and you focus on your work. So it's not just yesterday, it's not just 10 years ago, not just 15 years ago, not just 20 years ago, longer than that.
But
That education has been
let's say yeah, kids are in school just about out of 24 hours they're in school like somewhat 10
8
hours,
hours. Yeah.
so they only have somewhat of what we want to call it like 4 hours really with their parents, because I was getting ready to say that doesn't it shouldn't it start at home, and from the home then it trickle down into the school. But you have some persons whom would say that, well, the kids spend more time in school than they do spend at home. Donna says hi all, and then Donna says
hi.
a military academy. That's why after 9/11 they had all elementary public school students in uniform. Okay, that's a way to look at it, in uniform, Donna. But military, I don't know about military.
Yeah.
Which
But
y'all
what I wanted to say is that
go ahead.
um, even at home, you're naturally empathetic and loving to your family. So that's a natural bond that you form. But
Some.
when you're in school, for the most part, but I'm saying, but when you're in school, you're meeting people, all these different kinds of people. And that's where
Yeah.
you learn that now I'm not just caring about people in my home, my family, but I learn to care about people outside of myself. So it happens
You
in school.
you as a teacher, you learned in your training that really and truly the first teacher are the parents. The parents are the first teachers. Nowadays, these children, these parents have no control over these kids. I see them in the stores. I see them all over where they're talking to them and they're totally ignoring them. They're doing whatever they want to do. Years ago, you get a box shot, pop, and you sit still, okay, and you
I'm not,
listen
I'm
to
not,
mama.
I'm not, I'm not digging where y'all, I'm
But
not digging where
I'm
y'all
not.
going with this. I'm not
I'm
digging where
not
y'all
into.
going.
I'm not into abuse. But listen here now.
Tell me what you
You have to set the you have to set the trend. You have to, when from you first start out, from their little coming up, you have to talk to them, deal with them a certain way so they understand. So when you say something, they listen.
so
People will say, "Oh, the government did this. They took Bible out. They took this out. They took punishment out." But that's not it. The thing is that you can control your children. Even
Queen,
lady have some grandkids that when
Queen,
they go to our house, they can't do certain things. You have to set certain standards in your interaction with whoever you come across or whatever
I
child you come across.
Queen, let me say this and I'm done for the night.
respect the
Please, let me
respect.
say this.
Mhm.
Queen, I am talking
Yeah.
about a crazy mother. Don't know why she's crazy. She could be crazy because the father is not there and it's just she alone with the daughter, 6-year-old daughter. A lot of things could be going on with that woman. I took back some things because nobody really know what she's been going through. But the
Mhm.
sickness that that woman ended up with to put her 6-year-old daughter, little girl, in the middle of winter, snow, without shoes on her feet. And now,
And that child
like
gonna
the
take
man said, hold up, Queen, like the man said, he thanked God that he's the one that saw her. Had it been somebody who was going around looking for kids to snatch, she would have been gone. Nobody would know where she is. So
Okay.
We talk
this is
about
not this. We're not talking about the kids being bad
talk
and
about
unruly and so forth.
we
This is
talk about mental issues. We've spoken on that for many
Right.
sessions.
So how about this?
And
With all of
mm,
this empathy and all of this thing, is it do can we kind of sort of say is that what is that is what's going on with 47? Do you 47 was not raised with love and understanding and all of that? Why 47 is doing all of what he is doing as far as to go to slap another country and bomb another country and not even taking away the basic
it's what's
necessities
going
that
on with him now. It's
a lot
what's
of
going
us.
on with him now. The man is sick and he won't admit it. Even as he done fire his doctor the other day.
But
He
can
fired.
we, well, listen, Queen, I understand all that, but let's go back to what MC was saying. MC was saying a lot of it didn't start from now, it started from way back then. So, MC, would we say that that may be something that affected 47?
Let me tell you, 47, I am not a therapist or a psychiatrist, but they've already determined and said that he shows traits of narcissism.
Yeah.
So he already have his own personality, a mental disorder that he already developed. So
His cognitive skill is no, it's not in use right about.
his
I
issues
mean,
here, he already have a mental disorder. You know, no matter what they teach him in school, he still would have been who he is. So
mhm.
with him, now with him, maybe some, maybe Peter, what is his name, Peter Thiel, Stephen Miller, maybe the people around him on his team, maybe they went through school where they didn't learn any empathy, and that's why who they are. So
No.
maybe some people in his team could have been affected by that type of environment in school.
I believe everyone that's been raised and sheltered to a point can't do nothing wrong and grew up that way became a manipulator, a father or mother or both.
Mhm.
Everybody allow he or she to do whatever they want to do. The moment they lose it, instead of getting a spanking, they get hugged and calmed down and sweet talk.
Okay.
President Trump grew up with all and everything he needs. He watched everybody and he imitates everyone. He learned the lifestyle of everyone and he grew up that way. So he became who he is to this day and he can't change. Nobody, nothing can change him.
And you
No
could be right,
medicine.
you could be right, Inspector, because his son is seem like he walking in the same
Same path. Same
you
path.
know.
And not only that, it's not just him alone because we know he. I'm not coming to say, but he's not the brightest, sharpest tool in the shed to come up with a plan like this. So it's not him alone. It's definitely his team.
Yeah.
You know, and he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the forefront. He's the
Mhm.
figurehead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
We
know,
Yeah.
I definitely feel and that it's cannot never ever be him alone. He's
Mhm.
he's not that he's I don't
Just
feel
just like it wasn't Barack alone either. So it's just
no,
like there
it's
is
they always have people they have to answer.
yeah, yeah.
They always have
yeah.
Yeah.
persons that
But Barack was more knowledgeable. He was intellectual. He was intelligent.
Mhm.
So he would meet with his team, but he had a lot of wealth of information to share and to receive from them. So 47, I see him as a figurehead. He just sits there and he said they put things in his ear and he said, oh, yeah, that's it. And he just spews
Mhm.
whatever, whatever. Where when Obama spoke, President Obama spoke, it was intellectual, it was well thought out. He also had knowledge on the subject, plus his team was very strong. That's the difference.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I ditto to that. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. Um, Venezuela, y'all want to
Mhm.
go there?
Not
Let
that,
me
not
let
just
me
Venezuela. He done took what is it? Russia oil tank. He took another one. He took he took another one. It's Russia.
What do you all think it's all about?
Oh, yeah, you know it's the oil.
It's
Huh?
oil. We know that's what it
You
is.
know it's the
Power.
oil.
Power,
Or
power.
Oil
Let's
no
put it, let's put it
power.
where it belongs. MC. Power. It's all
that's
about power.
yeah,
Okay. The more you have is the more power you have. Okay. He wants the oil. Same thing going on with Greenland. Okay. Trying
yep,
to get Greenland. It's
yep.
all about power. The more oil you have, it's the more power you have because every country need oil, okay, to survive. Okay, it's power. Right now, he is in this power elation. He's like he's just elated by the power that he's getting in and the response that he's getting from doing what he's doing now. Okay, and the fear that these people have in him doing what he is doing
It's all
because
about the money.
huh.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, but the oil is the money.
Yeah,
Oil is the money. Yeah.
it's all about the money. Donna says, before we get into the money, Donna says they're training them to be terrorists. That's the children. And white privilege, Sharon says white privilege. And Donna says it's a clandestine operation that's conducting secret experiments which are causing parents to commit child abuse. Okay, so Donna took us back there to the child abuse part of it. Um,
Mhm.
I think that it is deeper on my opinion because I guess I didn't really give my full opinion on it. My opinion is that there's more. I think it's definitely has something to do with our food, our water, because a lot of people are just flipping out left and right. And some of them when you hear when their family members speak and their family members, oh they I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I just feel like there's something in the food. Because as I'm looking, people are the atrocities that they are doing to commit not just to children but
Mhm.
to other adults. There have been so much suicidal thoughts that
Mhm.
are going on and suicide that's being committed and persons whom are not just killing themselves but killing everyone around them, you
Mhm.
know, and the mass of this is just madness. You know,
It's
every
true.
time you turn on the radio, someone is killing someone. They're hurting the children. They're killing themselves. And just like Donna says, I think it's an experiment. I think they want to, if they can't get rid of us by viruses and whatever, they're mentally messing with our mentality. They're messing with us. They're messing with
I'm
our.
You
a,
know,
I'm
lady,
a,
I was talking to someone the other day, and you remember when we did that session on those wave thing that you see up in the sky,
Yeah,
and we found out that it was chemicals being let off.
but they've been
Um,
that queen from Wappy Kill Philip.
Yeah, but then it's getting into the food system. You got to think of that. When
Yeah,
they spray those things, it gets on the food
yeah,
source. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
but
it
that's
could
all
be
it's
that
getting full source.
that because of the food and whatever we're taking in, that could be causing that. Because look at the ICE agent that shot that woman in her face 3 times. You're gonna shoot her. You don't need to shoot her 2 or 3 times. Once is enough. You shot her in her face. And the thing is that um, the story is still being investigated and mixed up. But from what one of the witnesses was saying is that they instructed her to turn the vehicle around from where she was, and evidently the officer thought she was running him over, so he fired a shot into the car. She had another passenger in the car with her too, another woman, and he fired a shot in the car, and he fired it 3 times. As a matter of fact, several times, but three of it evidently might have hit her. And I'm saying this is a 30-something year old woman.
Has nothing to
Um,
that has nothing to do with the mentality of what's going on with these people that are killing us.
And she's a
I-
citizen too.
And
ICE is
she's a citizen. Yeah.
ICE is just off the easy at this point.
Yeah,
If
they are.
if
They
if you look, there's another video that was submitted in the chat, right? And that video, there was two um Latino looking gentlemen in the car, and the way that ICE was so aggressive with that, and it's because that they are being backed by Christy Noam, whatever her name is, the
Yes, yeah, that one. Yeah,
they're being backed by the president of the United States. They
yeah.
don't give a rat's cabooses about what they're doing. They're just targeting everybody and anybody. And what was sad about the one with the two Latinos, I see a black brother that was being very aggressive. So we can't even just say it's white on black or white doing it to Latinos or any of that. It's just the whole organization of
Yeah.
If we're not,
been let loose on the
if
American people, whether you're citizen or you're non-citizen. All right.
But it's not just
if
America, lady. Jamaica. Look at the police officer. They done shot. The year just started, and they done shot about 13 people, 14.
We're gonna let the respect to speak, but Jamaica has always been another thing. We're talking about these animals that have been
yes, these demons.
demons that has been unleashed on the American
That
people.
covered their faces.
Yeah.
Jamaica police officers have been that way since Wabi Kill Philip as well. So I mean, like, we're talking about this ICE thing that has just been unleashed on the American people
Yes.
without no form of structure, without no consequences, because
No.
everything that they are doing, they're always being shielded, such as 47 making the statement that the man was justified to do what he did. Governor Walz of Minneapolis is very, very irate over the whole situation. And he's even saying it's clear as day on the tape. So he don't know what they're talking about, that he had all right to do it. But we know that that's a narrative that they're going to run with. And we once again know that nothing is going to come out of it.
Yeah, and you know what they were saying too, because as we know, he was the aggressor, right? The ice. I'm not even calling him officer because it's not the ice demon or whatever. He was the aggressor, right? And the way he did it, he stepped to her. She tried to drive away. They stopped her. He stood in front of her car,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm,
But when
mhm,
Noam decides to spin the story, she
mhm.
says she spins it in a way to make him, because there's a wording that you use so that he
Yeah.
can be innocent. So she used it as if she was being aggressive. The person, the young woman, was being aggressive with her car. You know.
Yeah, that he tried to run
You
over the
word it.
officer and
Yes.
kill them, and yeah.
Yes.
Going to
So as you said, he's being protected.
Yeah, he's
That's why
definitely
they feel like they could do anything.
absolutely nothing is going to come out of it. And Les Gripe just posted breaking news: another ice in Portland since evening. So I guess they unalived. If you could give us some more information on that, that would be great. Let's Gripe in regards to the ice situation that's just taken place. Uh, um, it's just they're calling for the impeachment because of all of this that have just taken place. They're calling for the impeachment of Christy Nones, right? You have one of the Democrats, I guess. What's her name? I forget her name. Who Dorsey? No, I forget her name. Whom is filing for the? Who is going to petition for the
Removal.
removal of the of Christy Nome, the Homeland Security, which I could once again say nothing like that ain't gonna go. Renee Nicole is going to is putting in for the um impeachment of Christy Nome, which we once again know that nothing is going to come off of. And I don't know what solid is darn impeachment thing because nothing is coming off of it because We don't have rule over the House. We don't have rule over the Senate. So nothing is going to come out of it. I think it's just totally a waste of time. Let's Gripe says that Customs and Border Office shot two people in Portland. No info on their condition. Okay, so I don't think anything is going to come out of it. If anything comes out of it, I would, and forgive me for saying this, but if anything comes out of it is because the individual that was unalived in Minnesota is a white woman. All of these unalivings that's been going on before was never a Caucasian person, and now that is a Caucasian person. The governor comes out and he's swinging arms, and everyone's coming out about impeachment, and everyone's crying foul now when all of the other persons who's been harassed, been beaten, been killed, nothing came out of it.
And
So,
kidnapped by them
and
too.
kidnapped, nothing has came out of it. So all right, I guess it's casualty. So hopefully with this situation, maybe something comes out of it. Noni the Juice, Jai, you want to jump in, say anything?
I just want to say one thing.
Oh yeah.
It's short. I wanted to say, do you hear that there was a teacher who was on a radio interview discussing, even though it actually is off a little bit off the topic, so maybe I should hold it.
No, you could go ahead.
Go ahead.
See
All
if
right.
Noni the Juice and Jai wanted to touch what we were just talking on. If not, then you can go ahead.
Okay.
I'm a
Maybe.
little late to the party, but I'm not sure what has been said already. Sorry. Hello, everybody.
Oh, that's so.
Hey, guys.
Hi,
Um,
Ty.
but yeah, I agree. When the guy had a seizure in the car, when they were trying to kidnap the kid out the lady's hand, nothing was done. It's just all sad. It's all so sad. But I agree with the narrative that, of course, it's going to be heightened because it's unfortunately a Caucasian person. Um, but maybe that's what they need. Again, I've always said no one's ever going to see until it's knocking at your front door and it's knocking, you know? And so maybe this is another, because we can't say the first, it's another wake up call for quite a few people. She was just out there genuinely looking out for her neighbors that they were harassing.
Yeah.
Other vehicles were able to go around her vehicle, and because you got a badge, you feel like, excuse my French, but your sack hangs a little lower, so now you feel like a man, and oh, I'm authority and I'm top of the top notch, and you want to puff your chest, and you assault somebody in their face 4 times, and
Mm-hmm.
then you had the audacity to deny a licensed physician who was on the scene
Oh yeah.
access to her
Yeah, that's the next
to
thing.
check her pulse or to render aid,
Yes.
which
Life
is
saving.
insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah,
saving
I
method.
saw
That's
that.
insane to me.
Yeah.
There's so many individuals who were out there. You don't know who is CPR certified, but
Yeah.
there was a licensed
Yeah.
physician on scene, and he told you, "Hey, I'm a physician. Let me at least check her pulse." And your officers or your ICE officers are on camera deliberately telling him, "No, we have medics. EMS is on their way." And
Yep.
y'all let that lady sit in that car. If we're and I don't know what everybody's, and I could be wrong, so this is alleged as well, because I'm one of those people with that, you love who you love. It is what it is. I may not like what you like, but you like what you like. You live your life. It's not my shoes to walk in, so do you. And I think that was her partner who was in the car
Yeah.
and got out of the vehicle, and to imagine watching your partner lose their life and you have their blood all over you is
Mhm.
insane to me. There was this interview that I watched, and the man said it the best. He said it the best, and when he said it is when I really thought about it, and he was like, we are officially a third world country. For
Uh,
you to be able to do that and everybody knows you're gonna get away with it,
Yeah.
we are officially a third. That's what it looks like, because money talk, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
It's crazy.
It's a sad. It's sad all over what's
Yeah.
going on. I don't know what we as Americans living here, it's we in America is going to do, um, because protesting is not working. I at this point don't know what exactly would work more than, as someone had posted, is there a civil war looming? Um, yeah. Let's Gripe had posted civil war in the mix. I mean, like, what exactly is going to get some type of results from what's going on? We still have 3 more years of this man. Three
Mhm.
more years. And if we look at what has been done in 1 year, I don't know what the heck is going to happen in the next 3 years.
Right. That's a scary
Mm,
thing to think about. And that's all
okay.
that I was saying when it first happened. I was like, hey guys, we're in year one. Everybody was talking about Project 2025. And I mentioned it before on this show. I said, if this is year one, just imagine what we have to endure for the next three. It's looking scary.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Donna said it's been a third world country. This is another dimension. Okay.
All right,
Another
Ah,
so
dimension. So we're really going through the what you call it? The transporter. We really
okay.
Venezuela. Let's
Okay.
let's
go.
go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, MC.
I was just gonna say, just following up with what we're talking about here and what Lex Gripe had brought up. I just looked at it about the Portland. It was a man and a woman in a car, and they said that they reported, ICE reported that they're doing a traffic stop, and which they're not licensed to, which I heard then there's not under their jurisdiction. But anyway, they did a traffic stop, having the car stop, and then they said because they suspect that the people in the car are part of the a gang, so that's why they're stopping them. And then they said that the people were weaponizing their car, so that's why they shot at the car. So they're
It's
using
racial
the same thing
profiling.
again. They're using the same thing again about weaponizing car. That's why they shot at them in their car.
You see that?
And
Mhm.
they just it just happened and they're doing it again. So they were it was happening where they were kidnapping people, dragging people on the floor. So now
Mhm.
they can shoot. They can shoot to kill, they can shoot, and we have
It's the same.
administration defending them. So now what? That's why someone says civil war is brewing, because this is not protest now. Because
Yeah.
now you're killing us. So you already kidnapped us, dragging on the ground, breaking into people's houses, but now you just shoot to kill because someone wants to drive off, and they're
And
not even driving to you. They're trying to get away from you.
and
No,
when people
I
start
was
to retaliate, it's something. Go ahead, Queen.
I
Then the
was I was linking Jamaica with what's going on here because it is similar. And you say wonky, this been going on. Yes, but it's a new order. It's not the same order that was going on before out there. Now it's clean up time. So they're cleaning up for whatever reason. They're cleaning up out there. It's shot first, ask questions after. And with the several killings that have happened in the past, say, 2 weeks or so, these are murder. These were not just shooting or what have you. This is murder. There's almost 400 young men that was killed last year by the police officer, not by each other, but by the police officer. Okay, 600 died, and 400 or 300 and odd of them was killed by a police officer. These men go out there, they are programmed, whatever training they have, they are trained to kill and ask question after in whatever capacity they're in or whichever country they're in. That is what they're being fed. And like we talked about the world order, it's not something that is just one country is doing. Several countries have been doing the same thing. I am really, really proud of some of the Caribbean islands, how they are dealing with their their people. But like they said, what's his name is being pulled as a puppet by the president of this country, and maybe he is, because some of the things that he is doing, it seems like it coincide with what this one here is doing. So it is linked. It's linked. And they're killing these kids off right now. They're going to have a demonstration in Jamaica. I think it's next week Tuesday, for that same reason, because there are too many of these young men being annihilated just like that,
Well,
with
what?
no
I
question
can
asked.
I
One.
can see the
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say I can see. I mean, let me not say I can see, but I can understand where people can get the perception of a civil war, because we're not even halfway through January and we're already, I believe it's 7 or 8 mass shootings,
Mhm, mhm.
and we're not even in the middle of January, and that's 2026. Let me count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're nine in already.
Yeah,
3 in one day.
yeah. And Jamaica,
So I can see
13
why,
been shot by
you know.
police. Yeah,
Well,
13 of them been murdered
And no,
already.
this is not referencing to like even ICE or just officer involved shootings. This is mass shootings. You going into a mosque or a parking lot and wanting to take people out, kind of thing. So it's just emotions are high.
emotions are and emotions
Yeah.
really be more high because I've just was sent an update. JD Vance confirms ICE agent who killed U.S. citizen has absolute immunity from charges.
Look
Vice
at that.
President J.D. Vance has seemingly confirmed that the ICE agent who killed a U.S. citizen in Minneapolis on Wednesday has absolute immunity from criminal charges. He is protected by absolute immunity, Vance says. You remember that thing where the president, he can make whatever orders and
Other.
not be held accountable while he's in office. So that's the
Yeah.
same thing. And remember, in that same law, they had where police officers, you know, they can commit whatever they commit. They are protected by law from it, from they feel that is just and is to protect themselves. Alrighty. So I guess this is the law, absolute immunity that they're going to be using for this ICE agent.
Huh.
So there we have it.
That's
We
just a team of, you know what? I'm sorry, Nazaka. I just want to tell you that, you asked what is going on in this country, and I have to tell you, if you notice, the leader of the country and the administration is like full of these demonic forces. They're just so pure evil
yeah.
that is just emanating from their bodies and their everything about them to everybody. So it's just unleashing the rest of the people who are demons with them, the MAGA and whoever else believe in their whatever they believe in. It's just unleashing all the evil possible. It's just making it so much easier for it to happen because the top is so wicked and evil and corrupt. Can you imagine that this president is even more corrupt than President Nixon? You know,
Mhm.
that this administration is even more corrupt than Nixon.
Well, we already know that he's corrupt because well, we feel, let's say we feel that because we have to sometimes watch what we're saying on these
Okay.
things, social media, so that way they don't say that we're inciting
Um,
things. But we feel that, and I think that
yeah,
most
we feel.
feel that
Yeah, we feel.
he is corrupt because we're going to go into Venezuela, right? I'm not sure it's going to. If you're going to go into Venezuela and take out Maduro, when you have um, the biggest drug dealer that was convicted, convicted of over 400 tons, um, the former president of Honduras, and you pardon him and you let him out. He got 45 years, but he's out. And you're
Mm,
going to go over to Venezuela now and go take up Maduro. I'm not saying that Maduro is not a horrible person. I'm
yeah.
not saying that, he hasn't committed a lot of atrocities and whatever. Um, but to where does let's get on that front. Where is it going to take us when
Call from
Jim Device.
where is that going to take us when we do have a caller on the line, but where is caller?
Yes, hi.
Hi, you are live on the air.
Greetings. This is Jim Device.
Greetings.
Gemma?
Expunge on, yeah, it's me. Just want to expunge on that Venezuela situation.
Okay.
Queen, I know you said it's about power. Yes, it's power. It's about oil. But the underlying thing is all about the dollar, right? The U.S. dollar is in trouble because, as you know, it's no longer backed by gold reserve.
Mm.
Money's backed by gold reserve, right? And I understand the U.S. had a deal with Saudi Arabia to sell oil in U.S. dollars. Saudi Arabia is moving from selling oil in U.S. dollars to selling it in some other currency. Reason being that the U.S. dollar has been, they use it for everything like sanction, and it's been monetized to a point where, no one wants to use the U.S. dollar anymore because, they battle it. They use it as a weapon, right? They freeze the banks if it's in a Swiss account. They, basically use the U.S. dollar as leverage to get people to do whatever they want. So a lot of these countries is moving away from the U.S. dollars. Like for instance, you have BRICS. I'm sure you guys heard of BRICS.
Yeah.
That was started by 4 countries, right? BRICS was started by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and of course South Africa joined in. Now all this secured payment system, is going away. For instance, China has something called CHIPS. That's a cross-border interbank payment system. And Russia cannot use the SWIFT payment system. That's an interbank system they use to move money back and forth. So all this is being done to save the U.S. dollar. So it's not only about oil; it's saving the U.S. dollar, right? And you guys can look that up and find out what's going on. So yes, Queen, it's about power, it's about oil, but mainly about saving the U.S. dollar and the American energy and America being independent. That's 2 cents. I just want to tell you guys about that. So check it out. They're trying to save it. So that's one of the main reasons, trying to save the U.S. dollar.
Exactly. Exactly. And thank you for that. Thank you for that, Jim. You calling from?
From South Carolina.
All right. So big ups to South Carolina. And
Yeah.
you're totally 100% correct with the US dollars. And when we touch Venezuela, that's what I wanted to touch on. Because it's ironic that me and Mama Acid was talking about it the other day. And she brought up those points as well as to the US dollar is losing its value. So the oil situation is one of the way to bring up the US dollar. She was supposed to be calling in as well tonight. So we're going to see if she call in to elaborate a little bit more. I had shared a little bit of it with Jai on our conversation in regards to the US dollar and the oil from that's being taken from Venezuela, the raid, can we say, if that's the word we want to use, that is with Venezuela. It's all about the dollar.
Yeah.
Queen is saying it's all about power and this and that. It is all about the dollar.
But no, that's what me and the Respecta and Queen had a conversation, and I mentioned that as well.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning the fact that it's sold in U.S. currency, and so it's obvious that that's what you're trying to do. But my argument at this point is Russia and China ain't having that.
But then again, lady, you said it's not power, but that is part of it because America wants to maintain that power that they have over the other countries.
I'm
And
said that it wasn't. It didn't, of course,
mhm,
that encompasses him showing his strength of things, but
yeah,
the
yeah,
main reason is to build back the U.S. dollars.
yeah. Mhm.
It's to definitely build back. Thank you so much for that, caller. We do
No
appreciate
problem.
that, Gemma.
Yep.
Blessings, blessings. Yeah. The respect, I see that you was unmuted. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going back to our last show, when Jai said the 1%, that is more accurate than saying it's the dollar. Because the only people affected by the dollar right now is the poor people. America money is gonna remain. The dollar they're talking about is the 1%, which is mainly all the oil and gas owners. Those who own the gas and the oil and drugs and the banks and the teams and entertainment. That's all it's about. Keep them rich, filthy rich. It's not affecting them like they're saying. It's not. It's greed. It's greed for more and more. And they don't want to see people of color have anything. And this that 47 is doing, again, is not his will. It's being put on his lap, on his desk. So many people that he have to listen to that brings things to his desk. I hate to be in his position or hold his position or any president or prime ministers because we know by now these decisions being made, these ideas, it's not. It's those who are the millionaire and billionaires doing these things, putting these things out there, and they're just signing off on it and make it happen.
He
So
definitely.
it's very sad that it is that way, and there's nothing we can do about it. We as the little people, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to go along with it. One last thing, the stories they told about capturing this man, and there's no casualties. That is a big fat lie. A country like Venezuela, and this man have his guards and whatnot around him wherever he's staying. And they want to make it seem like they just sneaked in and grab him and took him up. No, 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 no bullets fire, nothing.
All right, go ahead. Respect the
Just
same.
think about being in the White House where President Trump is, or
Mm-hmm.
Mar-a-Lago,
Yep.
and this was to say, oh, they went into the White House and took the president out and his wife, or went to Mar-a-Lago, one of the hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Big fat lie. There's a lot of people died.
But they did
They
show
Or,
that
killed a
even
lot
some
of
or
people.
either
even some
respect
of
that,
the
either.
Killed a
Venezuelan soldier, they show them in the hospital. They have been saying even American was hit. There's a couple of American soldiers that was hit also, and are being recuperating. But a lot of a lot of these men were killed. That was protecting him and guarding him. Uh,
If they weren't killed, guess what? Then you know something planned.
How
You know
Mama Acid?
something planned.
Yeah. Sharon says we may have him for more than 3 years because if a war starts, there won't be an election. Greetings, Acid. What's up?
I heard about that.
hey sis,
First thing,
Yeah.
got to fix something. Got to
Uh-huh.
fix something.
Go ahead.
There's never been a time when an election wasn't held in America during a war. World War I, there was an election. World War II, there was an election. That's why we had Franklin Delano Roosevelt for 3 terms.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump claiming that he has the right or the ability to cancel the election is a lie. It's
Okay.
not a mistake.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want to say to those of you who may not know me and who may never have heard me and my frankness, you are hearing a whole new version this year because
Okay.
I don't care. I'm not going to say alleged. I'm going to state facts.
Okay.
And I got some facts. If anybody's interested, anybody interested? Because I like to talk about Jonathan Ross and how he shot that woman down in Minnesota. Oh, that's right. They don't want you to know his name.
All right now. All right now.
Okay.
Now, is there one other thing that I can speak about before I actually talk about what I believe I was invited for?
Um,
Would you all mind?
no, but wait a minute. With that Jonathan Ross, we've just got an update on that. JD Vance confirms that he has absolute immunity for charges.
Let me give you a little something to work with here.
Mhm.
He's an employee of Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Homeland Security are not police
Okay.
first,
Hmm.
which means that they do not have police powers,
And they
which
don't get
means that they do
immunity.
not have qualified immunity.
Immunity, right? Hmm.
Law first.
Hmm.
Now, in terms of what the DOJ is saying, I want to go there so bad we could skip everything else. That's really all that I want to talk about.
No, we ain't skipping. We not skipping. We're not skipping. What the
Oh, you're just not
DOJ
gonna
is
give me.
saying?
You just not gonna give me a moment to express my true feelings.
No, 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 because you not no holds bar
I
as
was gonna say that as well. I thought it was up to the DA to present charges.
Well, let me give you a little something.
mhm.
I got a little something from Minnesota for y'all. I just got off the phone with somebody who actually works for the St. Paul Star,
Okay.
Okay.
who is doing the story on Jonathan Ross.
Hmm.
And after we found out who Jonathan Ross was from his photograph, yes, we use Google Lens. For those of you who are ever looking for someone, take that picture and put it in Google Lens. They'll tell you who they are. They'll give you a list of people. You can look at that picture and see which one is the one you want. Then you take that picture and you go to two other places. One place you want to go is you want to go to Twitter. The reason you want to go over there is because they got this thing called Grok.
I don't
It's
want
not a good
I don't want
thing.
everyone finding me. So go ahead, just
No, no,
bypass
no.
that.
I want people to understand what's happening here.
Okay.
Okay? I want people to understand that if you don't use the sources that are fed, you will be hungry.
Hmm. Well,
Last night,
uh,
I got a transcript from Grok, and I'm not on Twitter.
okay.
I don't even have an account over there.
Okay.
I got rid of everything that
Well,
I had over
you
there
can give me the
4 years
you can
ago.
give me the Grok information offline. How about
No,
that?
Grok is just the search engine used by Twitter. Twitter search engine is called Grok.
Hmm. All
So you
right.
go to Twitter and you put in Jonathan Ross' name, Jonathan Ross, Ross.
Hmm.
It'll show you his picture. Now here's the deal. They don't want you to know where he lives. They don't want you to know what location he's really at
Hmm.
because they
They
quickly
say
got
he's been
him.
threatened. Yeah, they say he's been threatened.
Well, I want to say something that is a little more honest.
Uh-huh.
They got him on ice. Yeah, I'm saying ice, as in like, as in immigrations and customs enforcement jail,
Hmm.
where they hide people.
Hmm.
They have safe cells there too, in case you didn't know.
Yeah,
The
but
courts
it's
often use these places to hide people
well,
when they are trying to keep you from finding them.
yeah, but right now they're saying that he's still in the hospital. So, and he hasn't been released from the hospital. So,
But I thought they said he was released.
He's
mm-mm.
not in the
Hey,
hospital. The St. Paul Star confirmed where he is, and it's not a hospital.
Okay, okay,
He's at ICE in
hmm
Minneapolis in a safe room.
okay. Well, I think he's
He's
safer.
being
He's safer
protected.
there
I
in
want
the.
to say this. He's being
He's safer there.
protected and sequestered away from the charges he is facing, which are capital murder
Hmm. Hmm.
and felony murder. See, it's two different charges here.
Yeah.
Capital murder is a state charge. Once they get him with that, it don't matter what anybody else thinks.
Okay.
Okay?
Hmm.
Now, when they start messing with these federal charges that they're gonna try to trump up, that's be all right. All we got to do is support the people of Minnesota getting their trial done first. And guess what? Governor Walz has got a new trick in his bag, and I'm loving it.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a caller calling in, but caller, you're gonna have to hold for a minute. Let me get Mama asked the new system is not where we can join on, and I'm working on getting that sorted out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
I said you coming in with all the juice tonight.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I spend my time doing, collecting it. So
mhm.
when Governor Walz got this new power, he got it from the Attorney General of the state of Minnesota. And guess what? The state of Minnesota gave it to him by way of the Minnesota Senate.
Mm-hmm. And because they also said that they bring in their own National Guard.
That's right. We
Yeah.
wrote him and told him immediately, bring your National Guard in, and we've written to 50 other states. We've written to 50 states plus Puerto Rico. Every state needs to activate their own National Guard. Do not allow them to be outside your border, and make sure that they are there to protect those students at the schools, your people at the courts and at their jobs and at hospitals, and that if they are going to serve a warrant, it is required that they have Minnesota and the county of McLeod, Cloud County, with them. They can no longer serve their own warrants. Okay. That's what he's bringing, and I'm going to see how they're going to work with it.
Okay.
If they let him walk one step outside of ICE, listen, they're going to do him like they did Governor Walz. Say, why not use the same treatment they gave to Kilmar Abrego Garcia? Let's just snatch him up and send him somewhere. But then he said that wouldn't be right. We need to take him into custody and let justice be served, because the FBI has no part in this. They came in and took over the investigation. There's where we need to all be concerned about.
Okay, stick a pin in that. We're going to hold that right there because of time. Want to hear your thoughts on a caller called in regards to from South Carolina in regards to the myself and you was reasoning on that the other day, the dollar and the reason for invasion into Venezuela and kidnapping of the alleged kidnapping of Maduro and his wife. Go ahead.
Oh, you really want me to?
Yeah,
you really want me to go in and throw this dirt on the wall?
Yeah, throw it real quick. We touching and going. The
Okay.
Next week we'll get a little bit deeper. Go ahead.
America and the rest of the world now have $425 trillion in accumulated debt. $425 trillion in accumulated debt. Now, how could I'm just gonna give y'all a little number work here. How could the United States get $3 trillion in debt in less than a year under one president? I can tell you. Okay. It's called the Department of Defense and the black check. Black check.
Oh boy.
Black. The check is black because it means that they don't have a limit. They don't ever get audited.
Okay.
So now the United States is busy sending all this money to armaments manufacturers because they can't afford to make the interest payment. The interest payment right now on America's debt, wait a minute, let me just be completely sure of what the amount of debt is. Okay, Google, what is America's present debt? How many trillion dollars?
According to Wikipedia, the national debt of the United States is the total national debt owed by the federal government of the United States to Treasury security holders. The national debt at a given point in time is the face value of the then outstanding Treasury securities that have been issued by the Treasury and other federal agencies.
Okay, Google, how much is America's present national debt?
On the website jec.senate.gov, they say, growth of the national debt, as of December 3, 2025, Total gross national debt is $38.40 trillion.
Thank you.
Held by the public is $30.84 trillion. Intergovernmental debt is $7.56 trillion.
Okay. Did Google explain that? Because I'm ready to break it down into who's getting what.
No, how about the reason for the invasion into Venezuela?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now there's two things going on here with the Venezuela piece. It's about hiding money and debt, and it's also about trying to pretensively build a stockpile that you can pretend doesn't exist. So if every day you go in a jar and you just take out one piece of candy and you put it in your pocket and then you leave, and when you get home, you put that in another jar, right? Eventually your jar is going to start growing. But who's going to know how much is missing out the main jar? There's the problem. There are people who know how much is missing, and the reason they know is because we are paying it. Now, China just told us the United States owes China roughly 48. Oh God, so hard to even get this out. Roughly $48 trillion. How could America owe China $48 trillion? We had a trade imbalance. How could that be possible? Well, it has to do with the distribution of wealth and the value of the debt. Before January 2025, America had roughly 18 to $20 trillion worth of debt backlog, which they were busy working on with China in order to bring down the interest payment into something like $500 billion every 6 months. That's what Biden was working on. Biden is bringing down the debt. As soon as Trump got in there, he immediately added $17 trillion. Now, that figure seems arbitrary, but it's not, and you need to look at where it's spent. In the past year, ICE received an unlimited budget. And when I say unlimited, there has never been ever in America a department that didn't have a budget, that no one had to oversee or be sure of, because you have to make these payments, okay? You're out here doing business, and you're out here saying that you're getting this and you're getting that. Well, let's clarify what business is. Business is not creating debt. Business is creating wealth, okay? Who is getting the wealth? Not us. Okay? Who's getting the debt? We are. So how is this affecting us in the long term?
Yeah, that's why food prices are up. All of those things are up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
we're definitely paying for it through the Jihootsis.
But no, not quite yet. We about to hear about it now, though. So since you want to tie the Venezuelan oil into it, China has been exporting oil from Venezuela for about the past 20 years, which is that time break where Chavez nationalized the oil industry. When he did that, America went berserk because he told them, you're going to get all your imperialist, capitalist people and companies out of our country, and we have nationalized our oil industry. Therefore, you are not going to just pull up and fill up.
Queen.
They were angry. Okay? Mm-hmm. So Trump called them all up. We all might remember this from December. It may not have been a whole bunch of news about it, but Trump had a big meeting with a whole bunch of millionaires where he had a big dinner, and they all came, and he promised them that if they were willing to go into, listen now, Trump promised the oil people, if they were willing to go into Venezuela, he would make America pay to reestablish their claims, and they could get all the oil that they felt they were entitled to. Now, here's the problem with that. You don't own that oil. Second thing, China has a legal deal with Venezuela, Colombia, and a few other countries, Suriname, Guyana. China got some big trading partners in South America.
Right. So one of the question is as well is this, and I wanted to hear from all of the panel as well on this. With most of just about all of what Mama Acid was saying, and then if we
But
put
you left
together
out the
our
big
little,
chunk. The big chunk is about the arms. It's about the cross trade. We got to
Okay.
get that in there first.
Got to get that in there. But listen, is the gear up for World War III?
This is World War III.
Okay.
He said there is a World War III. That's what he said 2 weeks ago.
War III. You said this last year. We watched it ramp up, and now it's happening. Now, how we know it's World War III? Because of everything happening everywhere else. And the dissolution of NATO is what will start World War III, because NATO is the only thing keeping World War III from happening.
Mhm.
Because once America attacks one of the NATO alliance countries, World War III is on. And let me say to you, okay, for those of you who may not be aware, the United States was assisted in this kidnapping of Maduro by the UK.
And that
Okay.
is by
Yes.
that is by the
Yeah.
Venezuelan government is saying whomever assisted
Yes.
the
Okay,
United
okay,
States.
but wait now. We still got that big brick in the middle of the road. We got to move.
What's that? Go ahead.
Russia.
All right.
So the vice
Okay.
president of Venezuela, who is
It's-
now the president
now
of
it's
Venezuela,
over there at
But
Russia.
he took one of their oil tankers 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, but wait now. Let me ask. If all of these weapons, all of this ammunition, and everything that is in Venezuela that was brought into Venezuela by Venezuela's trading partners to create and arm the Venezuelan military to help them protect themselves, does America have the right to invade Venezuela, or is America being given extra rights by the collusion with China and Russia to put Venezuela in the middle so they could just take the oil once it's on a boat, and they then, as they are now, holding tankers. They're holding tankers.
Right.
And guess what? China's tankers are going to be next. But if they try that, that's going to be the first nuclear weapon. And China's not going to say we're pressing a button.
Well, like he said, he told the prime minister of Venezuela. He told him, our president told him that if she have to get rid of some of the requirements. You have to get rid of China. You have to get rid of Russia. You have to get rid of all these countries. He was there naming that she have to get rid of them, or else he's gonna come back in, and she will be next.
Okay. On that, please, then, answer this for me. And you the right person to answer this. Because, Queen, I know you know the answer. When Jamaica was upside down, and Michael Manley was begging everybody for help, and the CIA was sending guns and drugs, who sent food and agricultural machinery and teachers and doctors?
Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
You go ahead
Well, now
and just from this point, go ahead and say how much America really owes Russia. And I'm saying it that way so that people can understand that America has been financing China and Russia for more than 40 years. And I'm saying that because of the amount of debt. If we looked at the amount of foreign debt that America has incurred in the last 40 years, all of it is about military armaments.
Okay. I see the
America
respecter
doesn't
trying to
need oil.
I see the
America has a huge, huge amount of oil. Plus, to deal with the oil in Venezuela, oil. It is not sweet oil. There's a whole big difference. China takes the crude oil because they can refine it. They use it in industry. America doesn't. America wants petrol oil, which is sweet crude. And Venezuela doesn't have any sweet crude in its basin.
All right,
Mama,
the respecter wanted to dive in. Go ahead, the respecter.
good to hear your voice. Mama asked it.
Yes.
Be still. You're not hearing me.
Your phone kind of breaking up.
I don't have anything to
Go
say.
ahead.
Everything's consistent. You said you had something to say. What you have to say.
Respecter, I'm not sure what's going on with the connection. It's horrible.
Is it
You
mine?
wanna do not worry about no war. It's not gonna be a war. There's a lot of faking going on. No one wants to challenge China. China is the superpower. China have more brain than everyone involved in this situation. There's not going to be any war, and the oil is not going to leave Venezuela. Remember, I told you that. In a few days, not months, in a few days.
You're not talking about
Wait,
what's happening.
wait a minute, Acid.
Israel is what
Acid.
is controlling the car.
Acid,
China
1 minute.
doesn't drive the car.
Hello.
Israel drives
Hello.
the car.
Can you hear me? One moment. We doing this, we doing it one at a time. And yeah, the audio for you, the respecter, is very, very,
It's not
very
me. It's not me. I'm telling you. The mic is off, and I'm hearing everything you're hearing right now.
yeah, but we're hearing the choppiness. You see what I'm saying? I just mute myself and it's your and everyone else is muted. Yeah, and you see since you've muted yourself, so I'm not sure what's going on with that part of it, with the choppiness of it. Um and here go Let's Scribe said the audio is choppy. Yeah. So I definitely hearing that. MC, you want to dive in there? MC? No, you're
Hey,
muted.
I'm here.
You're muted.
uh, Mama, I see this. Nice to hear your voice. Hi, how you doing? You shared a lot of information with us, and you know what? Everything it almost goes to what we're saying that we seem to see, since we can't say definitely, but a lot of it we seem to see a lot of corruption and different things going on here, and it almost makes us feel powerless sometimes when all these things are going up and going on with money and going around our heads and behind our backs, in front of our faces. And what do we do? What power do we have now if we're not wealthy to make a change? you know so that's what comes to my mind.
Jai, you want to dive in? You got to unmute. All of us is was muted. The respecter got disconnected. Jai, you have to unmute. Queen, you're unmuted. You want to dive in, and then we go back to Mama Acid.
Yeah, um, like I was saying before, I'm still holding on to the power thing because America always wanna show that they have this power. We know that there are other countries who is equal or close to America, but they always have to have this front where we are strong, we have everything. Because I even hear him bragging about the amount of ammunition and the amount of what have you that he have, and it's the best army, the best what have you, and he's bragging about these things. Yes, we know that there are other countries that do want oil and do they are trying to get into that channel where I talk about the waterway. The waterway is very important in the Caribbean because what happened is a lot of the traffic go through there in terms of um, goods and what have you, important goods. It goes through that channel. That's one of the main channels that it goes through. So
Security.
yes, we know that he wants the oil, but it could also be also too that he wants to control because remember he said he's gonna take back what you may call it. Yeah, he's gonna take that back too. So this man is trying to maintain the power and he's do anything in his power to keep that going. And part of it is owning the waterway. Part of it is owning the most oil that he can own, and that's why he's going to Greenland to try and purchase it, even though they said they're not going to purchase. But he's at the point where he's ready to bring force, just like he did with Venezuela. He's trying to do the same thing. From what I'm hearing, Jamaica is already committed to him, and that's why the prime minister is so chum chum now with the maroon head of the maroon because whatever he promises America in terms of getting whatever resources, because they found oil in Jamaica now too, and that's why he's so interested in it. And of course he's gonna say take the Chinese out, take the Indian out, because he feels that they are blocking what he needs to do.
Well, the
Like we said, there isn't much we can do. Protesting is not working. Um, but like Lady said, all we can do right now is just wait for these elections and go out and vote for our local people who are running and see if we can change the Congress, if we can change the House, whatever we can do to change this because it's going to happen and it is happening. And he feels that he has this power, this might to do whatever he wants to do. And that's what is happening. And some of these people are scared of him, and that including these foreign ministers, along with our ministers here in America. They are all scared of him because of whatever threat he gives out, and they feel that it would affect them too.
or whatever information he has on them.
yeah, I
But
That
you
too.
are right. You are
mm,
right. That is our power is to vote, Queenie. To
yeah,
remind us
yeah,
that we have to be unified to vote for the right people all together, so we can wipe out the others, the other corrupt ones.
and I saw where the People's National Party has called for the government of Jamaica to stand against what on the assault that
Mm.
Trump has done on Venezuela. So I'm not. So I guess Andrew has not necessarily made a
But
stand.
they're scared because I was watching a clip earlier where the guy went into the in between the demonstration with a Jamaican flag waving, and they're wondering what is he doing in there. And like she was saying, the girl was saying Jamaica is one of the fourth in the Caribbean, so therefore it is okay, for him to wave his flag. But then they're saying that the retaliation with him in there waving that Jamaican flag, they will assume things, and the retaliation can be great in terms of America coming against Jamaica. So
Yeah,
it's just no win. It's just so much confusion and so much going on that we just have to pray on it or just vote. Vote, vote, vote when it's
yeah,
time to vote.
the article said from the Jamaica Gleaner that the opposition People's National Party is urging the Jamaican government to stand up for the unequivocally support long-standing principles of international law following the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro by the United States.
Yeah, Nia Moore, she said
Holly.
it the other day. Mhm.
Yeah, I love that lady, Nia.
Yes, I love her too. I love her. Mhm.
Go ahead, Acid. You wanted to, um, you said you wanted to bring out a big, the big rock in the middle of the road, and then we had, then we're gonna wrap up that with this segment with your statement, and then we're gonna cover maybe one more thing that we have because we're of time. It's 9:41, and we just want to send big shouts before Mama has to dive back in there to You Choose Radio for definitely carrying us each and every week. Also, big shouts to the Victorious 89.1 FM. Say massive shouts to you all, Dr. J, Ross Dougal, DJ VJ Smiles. Want to say big shouts go out to you all, and I'm definitely waiting for you all for your response as well to what's going on um, over there in Venezuela. So hit me up. All righty. You could hit me up on the text as well. So, because your listeners, you want to say big shout to your listeners that tune in each and every week. So, Mama asked, what's the big rock in the middle of the road?
The administrator,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Israel. Israel is controlling all of the armaments. Israel is fueling the fire on both sides. And Israel is what is costing America more money than America will ever know, because there's a check for Israel for 50 billion that goes out every 6 months for the Department of Defense, from the Department of Defense, because Israel developed all of America's weapons. America doesn't have any weapons development. It's all done in Israel. Okay? Now, this big rock in the road, the big rock that everybody's ignoring about Israel is that Israel and Russia and China have a three-way partnership.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen China or Russia go after Israel?
No. And that
Okay.
is where they
Wait,
say
wait, wait.
Dorsey
We
Rodriguez.
got to throw this one little piece in there.
Wait a minute.
When China gets these tankers of oil, some of these tankers that are in this ghost fleet are coming from Russia. So if China knows that Russia's ghost ship got snatched and that was their oil that got snatched,
Mm-hmm.
do you think
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a nice, quiet night in China?
Hmm.
Because I'm going to say this. The Chinese will never call you and say, we delivering to your house.
Okay.
I guarantee you.
Okay. Because
They won't.
they have it in here. It says Dorsey Rodriguez. She's over there in Russia. And for
And the reason
protection
she's
from
in Russia is
Iran,
because
with
she's
Iran
being
and China.
protected.
Yeah.
And the
it
reason
says
they're
China.
protecting her is because they have threatened, because the thing is with Donald Trump and his threats, Donald Trump doesn't understand that his threats cross different borders different ways. And one of the biggest problems is that when you mess with the Caribbean Sea connects a whole bunch of other countries together.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
CARICOM have nothing whatsoever to do with any of this malaf. I want to call it something else, but I'm going to call it something nice. None of this confusion that is going on now and being blamed wholly on America. We're the American people. We ain't for this. We didn't have nothing to do with this. We're the victims. We're being slandered,
Definitely.
used, and we're about to be disposed because we have one person in the government who thinks that they own the world. And here is where we are all going to have our rubber meet the road.
Sharon,
Either it's my life or his.
Sharon says he also said President of Venezuela said she's going to give him millions of barrels of oil. I don't think they had that conversation. Venezuela is in debt to
They didn't.
China. And Donna says, I have a hard time believing anything in the news.
You can't believe the news. What you have to do is you have to research it yourself.
Uh-huh.
And one
Right.
of the places to start is the Financial Times. Every morning about 3 o'clock in the morning, between 3 and 4 a.m. You'll find me up reading the Financial Times, which is based in London. And the reason I base my early morning reading there is because that's where the first market opens for any U.S. traders. Okay, U.S.
The,
can't trade in China, and there is no open market for trading in Russia for U.S. So when we're looking at these oil trades and all of this commodities movement, America isn't making it move. Okay, it's not America.
the Zizarian news is good to listen to because they're partial. They're impartial to whatever is going on, and they have been releasing facts. So I do watch that sometimes too.
You say
You
DW?
know, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, DW is really good because they're in the middle. They say they are not going to be trapped on either side. That's the thing about Germany. Germany remembers what happened to them. They haven't forgotten, and they don't want to be trapped in the middle. So right now, these
Well,
countries that are renegotiating these treaties with America, many of them are saying, I don't think so. And what's getting ready to happen, whether we want to believe it or not, is that Greenland is going to take that base, fold it up, and put it in a little box. They're not going to allow them to come off that edge. They're not going to allow them any entrance whatsoever. They're not going to be allowed off the base.
Europe
Now,
is
I want everybody
definitely
to
informed.
understand something.
Europe
Every
already.
time they go there, the only place they can go. They can go to the base. They can't come off the base because the people in Greenland won't allow them to.
Okay, well,
The people in Finland came the last time when Marco Rubio was there, and they were out in Greenland saying, "Hey, Marco Rubio, you say
okay.
you're here? You say you're here to talk to us?
Well, what we have to
Where
do
are
at this
you?"
point is just we're just gonna watch it a little bit more each week. We
We can't
report a
watch it.
little
It's
bit
already
more.
happening.
Well, it's
It's already
happening,
happening. And
so
what
all
is
we
going to
can do
happen
is
is going to
watch.
be worse because this Afghanistan situation that we have all been looking away from is firing up.
That-
Afghanistan and Iran are going to partner up and they are going to have Russia backing them. And don't think China won't be holding their other hand. Now, you tell me if you think Israel is big enough to take all of them because they couldn't take Afghanistan
well,
before
well,
and they
we're
won't
going
take
to.
it now.
Well, we have no other choice but to sit and watch what is happening as it's happening. Donna says, I am the enemy of the sleeper cells, and they are a group that lies very well via the media. All righty.
You know,
So we're gonna.
I had a discussion last night with someone, and like I was telling her, what I'm scared about is the danger that this man is putting the public in. Because what happened is that now you have to be very careful when you go out. You can't go into large groups anymore because you don't know who is who. There's a lot of people here
What?
that was here before all of this, okay?
We're gonna
And
get ready
you
to.
don't know.
We're gonna get ready to wrap this part because it's 9:51 on the clock, and I guess we could take up the rest of it again next week. I mean, this has been. I think all of our heads are overwhelmed.
No,
Is
no.
going on.
Didi, one thing we haven't talked about is
Uh-huh.
what Queenie was just mentioning, and that was about the problems with the Department of Health. Okay, so now
Oh, you
I
see
called it the Department of Health
why
because it's not healthy.
why I stopped Queen right there was because it's gonna go over 10 minutes.
To another.
That's that part of
Do
it.
you want
So
people to be
we're
out here in
going
public
to.
getting things that are in the air that are being sprayed in the air right now?
Well, we've been getting it anyway from what have been speared in
What
the
about
air,
those who don't know
and
about it? And yes,
and
aerosolization is active at this
oh
moment.
yeah. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is for us to reason on that, that's going to take more than 10 minutes, and we have 10 minutes. So
Mm.
it's better that we
Table it.
that
Yeah, table it for
we
next week.
And my mom said, "Wanna kill you with fatness," so it didn't kill most of us this week. So I don't think it's gonna kill all of us by next Thursday. So because it's going to take more than 10 minutes, and we can't go over the time. So it's better we stop right here. And then what we're also considering to do for 2026 is to do 2 nights of reasoning. It's been in high demand where we've been getting feedbacks that we need to come on, even if it's for an hour or whatever. So we're also considering that to get more information out to the people. But it's going to definitely take more than 10 minutes. I said, you know that, and I know that. And it makes no sense to rush an issue. But all we can say is for the listeners, you know that they're spraying things in the air. You know what is going on. Try your best as you can to protect yourself. If you have to wear a mask when you're going out on the road, wear that. When they're spraying, when you see them, a whole bunch of lines up in the sky, try to
Mhm.
stay out from outside. And we'll come back next week with more information as to that topic, because that's not just a cut and dry topic right there. All righty. But for the next 5 minutes that we have, because we're down to 5 minutes. So for the next 5 minutes on the clock, um, real quick, just one and two informations that we have to give out. They have on the general out there for the general vaping, no good for you. It has been officially linked to a rare, irreversible lung disease. So people that you're going out there partying, please stop with those vapes. Okay, it's called popcorn lung bronchiolitis, obliteratoris rans, something like that. Excuse me, chopping up that word, and it's a rare irreversible disease. So all of these vape things that you all are out there smoking when you go parties, you all need to just let that vaping business go. All right, Amazon, they're under a lawsuit, 2.5 billion. I know a lot of you have the Alexa in your home. They're the lawsuit is based off of um information that they have been
Actual
listening.
recordings of
They
people.
say you only
They
getting 50 something dollars.
Right.
Everybody
That
getting
they're
50
listening. Well,
something dollars.
$50 is still better than nothing. They're listening to your conversation. So if you didn't know,
Mhm.
they were listening to your conversation, these Alexa. And we talked about that a couple of weeks ago as well.
Yeah,
And also
yeah.
Prime accounts. For the Prime account, if you have Prime, they were saying that they was false pretenses in the contracts and the billing. So that's something that I know a lot of you have Amazon Prime, and a lot of us have
Hmm.
Alexa. So therefore, they said everyone who has, just about everyone who has Amazon Prime and Alexa will get a part of this lawsuit.
Yeah,
So
you're
jump
gonna get 50 something dollars. It's
dollars. If
good.
it's $2, it's more than what you had before.
I
So
know, if you put gas in the car.
Yeah.
all right. There's the deodorant thing, and we've talked about it many times. But they a lot of them is not putting it on the package for the aluminum that's in it. So they have a scan called the Reveal It scan. They're encouraging persons to download that and to
Or
scan
yuca.
the Yuko
Or
and
Yuka, yeah. I
and
use Yuka. Yeah.
Me too.
scan the items there, so that way you know what you're putting on your skin, because they're fighting a lot of breast cancer and skin cancers coming from it. So those are just some quick updates. And we okay, it says 9:54. Okay, so for the next two
Yes.
minutes, really quick, what's the thought on the clothing? I don't, my opinion real quick is that I don't think there's anything that was necessarily wrong with Carrie Turner. That is Pastor Jamal Bryant for New Birth Missionary Church, her dress. It's one of those black dress with, the brown thing underneath it, see through. And they it's not actually see through. It has the brown thing underneath to make it looks like it's nude. So it's going around that they're talking about a $2 whore. We're going to talk about that because we wanted to touch that, but because we've had lots of inquiries in regards to our thoughts on that. So since we're limited on time, we'll go into that a little bit more next week as well, along with our hot topic of Venezuela, Europe, the possible war or the war that is going on, and all else that is in the news. Shell, MC, I saw that you had a very interesting topic in regards to a black mayor in the New Bern, Alabama. I wanted to touch that next week as well, if we get the time, because I wanted to touch it today. He's the first black mayor, and he was locked out for 4 years out of Alabama. We've had
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
we want to touch that next week. So we have a whole host of
So
wonderful.
yeah, also, lady, if you could touch the world kitchen that is being driven out of Jamaica,
Okay,
who have
so
been serving these
What?
people
next
three
week
meals per day. Uh-huh.
So next week
So
we'll
wait,
definitely start there, and then
Yeah.
we'll start on that, and then we'll take it to the other two, and then we'll finish out with the rest of our hot topic in Venezuela and what's going on in the world and all of this war and the oil and just the craziness that is going on. I just want to say to Mama Acid, you know you're a world of information, and
Information.
I know sometimes we have to
definitely.
cut you in between there, but it's all because of time. We have to cut and we have to let everyone get their input inside of things. So but we most definitely appreciate you and appreciate
Mhm.
your catalog of knowledge that you bring to us each and every time that you come on over here. We've been doing this for many years, over 18 years. So you are most definitely appreciated. Your knowledge
Tell the
is
truth.
appreciated.
22 years. I counted
22
it
years.
down.
You counted it, right? Right, that's it.
I found that
22
first show.
years. I mean, 22 years we've been doing Reasoning Thursdays. So blessings to you. You're a wealth of information. I love you. Um,
Yeah.
I love you
definitely
too.
from my heart. And next week, if you would definitely like to join us, I know that we will
Mhm.
love you to join us, and so that we can continue our reasoning on these topics. But I know that YouTube is going to log off in about a couple of more minutes or something like that. Let's Gripe has says that Congress passed the ACA insurance suit. We're gonna have to talk about that next week as
Mhm.
well. Sharon says, I am afraid of the young man that they want to register for the army. Our young man, not barren. Yeah. So, man, we still have so much. It's a new year, and we are back. And I'm telling you that we are coming in here with nothing but a world. Hold on, Ashley. Let me accept this.
Call
We're
from.
coming with a
Respecta.
world
To accept,
of
press 1. To send a
information,
voice.
nothing but information to you all this year. No holds bar. Make sure that you listen to Let's Gripe each and every Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Tonya, Dr. Ross, McKenna, and the whole entire group. Let's Gripe and Friends. So make sure that Marcus. So make sure that you check them out on a Wednesday. Be sure to join me Saturday for my first show of the year, the Lady D Show, this Saturday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Also, make sure that you join myself, Blossom, and Cool G for our first show of the year on Sunday for All About Love, Nothing But Love. You don't want to miss those programs. Trust and believe. We are back 2026 strong and bold.
Mhm.
Mega shouts once again go out to YouTube's Radio Victorious 89. Queen, you want to sign off?
Love you guys. It was awesome. It was informative. I've learned a lot that I thought I knew. See you all next week. Remember, press that like button, share. Tell your friends, your neighbors, everybody about Reasoning Thursday, and tell them to tune in because they will learn something from it.
All right, MC.
Hey, that is great reasoning with you this Thursday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, guests. Thank you, callers. And look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night, great week, and be blessed.
Jai.
Good night. Good night. Thanks for always having me.
Noni was having some difficulty with her phone line. Darespecta.
What I was trying to say is not to worry about wars because this man is going to be out of there before the end of the month.
All right.
From your mouth to God's ears.
God's ear. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yeah, we're on fire this year. Let's Gripe. We are on fire. Let's make sure that you check us out. All the programming, talk programming. Like, subscribe to get notified when our talk programmings are on. All right. Tell a friend and a family member to make sure that they log it in. Spread the word. Come on, man. Spread the word. And like up our YouTube channel and like up the program when you're watching. All right, so we could be up in those algorithms, okay? We need your support. We're asking for your support, and we know you enjoy the program. So come on, like up the live, share up the program, share up the station, and all of these things. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings to you all. Good night.
Night, night.
Hours a day, 7 days a week. The best in music. Check us out. Thanks, South Carolina, for calling in. Thanks, Sharon and Donna and Mineth and Cool G and all who Elaine and everyone who checked in. Let's Gripe. You know we love you like cooked food. Blessings upon blessings.
Slow it down.
Good night.
Slow motion, baby. Your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, oh, I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Baby, your love is like